Alright, what's up, Dragon Brew? Today we're going to be on some mono green beatdown, but it looks a bit different than you would think. This is a little bit of beatdown, it's a little bit of ramp, it's a little bit of, I don't know, badger mole, but it does have some landfall in a very cool way. Alright, so we do have some Lana Worlds, of course, not a big surprise. We do have Shaja's Chocobo, because I did mention landfall, of course. Some badger mole cub, because we are trying to ramp. A few more ways to get some counters with Bristly Bill. Earthbender Ascension, because if you're doing the landfall thing, it makes sense. Formidable Speaker, because it lets us go find some of our key parts. Of course, we have the 2-card combo of Ice Till Explorer and Might Form Harmonizer. But then we have Fecund Greenshell. And it's like, okay, this does help with landfall, but when you pair it with Sapling Nursery, there's a chance that you can get 6, 7, 8, maybe different treefolk at the same time while getting extra lands onto the battlefield. Works really awesome here. Should be a lot of fun. If you get those on the battlefield together, you're probably in the game the following turn. We do have Bossing Say, of course. No big surprise there. And then, of course, a bunch of lands that we can sacrifice for various things. So yeah, pretty simple, straightforward deck list. Lots of land in here. We're playing 26, 27 lands. But this should be a lot of fun. And a bit different than some of the other landfall decks. And as a reminder, if you want to buy this or anything else, be sure to go to Tales of Adventure, because you can save money on Magic. 5% to be exact, and that's if you use my code DRAGON. It's DRAGN. But alright, business aside, let's go play with this Sapling Nursery and see what we can do. Alright, we'll keep it, but we can't play Land of Royal turn 1. I mean, I guess we can. Yeah, we have a lot of lands, so why not? Let's see. There's just too many options to be able to play like Earthbender Ascension and stuff here, so meh. Oh. You know what's funny? I've seen a few people say like they've been running into shrines lately, which is funny because I have not played against shrines hardly at all. This is like maybe the second time in a month. But it's amusing nonetheless. So our plan is we want our enchantments down ASAP in this fight, so that we still have value after they start removing creatures and such. I'm going to split my counters up a little bit here. Which shrine you got for me next? Gonna draw cards with that one. We're just kind of gonna be doing our thing here, huh? I mean, do we Sapling Nursery and then... I don't even think we do that. I think we just do this and just attack. And like, if you have something, you have something. You're gonna have to show it to me, I guess. Alright. Opponent's at 6. I mean, if they were to get rid of the board, then we just Sapling Nursery and go to town that way, I guess. Yeah, that's not the most concerning thing, let me tell you. Put some counters on some duders. Go attacking. So you're going to exile that. It will return per its ability, right? Yep. So then we get to put counters on this guy anyway. And then we get to do it again. That's crazy when you don't even care about removal spells. Like, alright. It's wild. We basically only played 2 real creatures and then just lived off the enchantments and it just got the game ended. That's pretty cool. Okay, let's keep it. This is not great. Not great, but we're going to keep it anyway. And I think the plan is going to be lead with Bristly Bill. Just so if they have a removal, Bristly Bill gets hit first, and then we could think about doing stuff with Badger Mole Cub. Plus, a follow-up with like Cub, Sacrifice, a Fable Passage. Get you a little bit of extra value there if you want to do that while getting counters from Bristly Bill. So it's not the worst thing. Awesome. And they went for it. Love it. That's what we hoped to see. This gets us 2 more lands. We could do that. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. Alright, pass the turn. Alright, I'm just making sure there's nothing crazy going on here. Ooh, another Badger Mole Cub, huh? Definitely wasn't expecting that. Then what if we... Cub? Oh, no counters? Either? Nothing? Oh, man. Opponent playing shields down completely here? Alright, then we're just going to go warp onto this guy. Wow. I didn't think it was going to be like this. I mean, if the opponent just has nothing, I guess we just go for it, right? We just rock and roll here. And then we crack this one to double up, and then we just play the Ice Till Explorer. Oh, we won't be able to play Ice Till Explorer. Alright. I mean, you gotta sweep the board or something here. Okay, well, that was unproductive. I will say, another way to play that is I could have actually played the Fable Passage first before playing the other Badger Mole Cub, realistically. And then probably could have sacrificed that to get a little extra value from the Ice Till Explorer and whatever, but ended up not mattering. I'd be curious what the type of hand the opponent was that they kept, though, to just have only a long goodbye in the middle of all that. No, no. Man, we have to mulligan this, right? I wanted to keep that so badly, but I don't think we could. I couldn't talk myself into it. And extra bossing, say. If this is just a control pile, this is going to be a very boring game. But we'll see. Counterspell number 1. Nope. I mean, to be fair, if you have removal cards, you just use those on these. No point countering. Oh, Flood Pit's Drowner. Okay. I mean, it does slow mana down. Wait. So you just exiled a land? Alright. Their draw was land lights. Maybe it's Merfolk and not control? Is the vibe I'm getting here? For better or worse, I guess. I'm willing to attack here, because we don't have value in a Badger Mole. Okay, cool. They're tapping the Badger Mole. Mostly because I wanted to get the mana clear to try to get this down. We have more bossing, say, so let's just turn that on for protection purposes. Gonna get rid of a Badger Mole, sure. Gonna come after Earthbender Ascension? Maybe. Oh, they're gonna get lost at. Cool. Yeah, I don't know what their deck is and what's going on. I'm not even gonna try to figure it out, truthfully. Feels a bit odd to even be concerned about under the circumstances. Let's go ahead and put a counter on that bossing, say. Sapling Nursery, that's a fun card. Alright. Yeah, so far we've seen Get Lost and some Merfolk. Day of Judgment. Sure. Let's go ahead and play this. Get us a dude. So this is a control deck. It's just a very weird looking one. Yeah, they're obviously going to be looking for something to get rid of Sapling Nursery here. Question is, would we be able to kill them? Because we could make this a 3 to a 6 to a 12. Wouldn't be able to. 3. We'd be just short, actually, of doing what we wanted. Oh, hold up. Can we go 3? Huh. Either way, let's go Harmonizer. Double up. Land. Double up. I can go and activate this and put counters on a thing. But I don't even think we need to. Let's just put the opponent down to 2. And end the turn. So now you gotta have 2 removal spells, sort of. Alright. And Enduring Innocence, that works. Actually, let's go here. Weird to see Enduring Innocence in there, but, you know, to each their own, I guess. Got another sweeper. I mean, they could get rid of creatures and then attack. I mean, that is also viable. Another Enduring Innocence. Sure, get a card. Let's go here. Discard this. Go get... Ice Tail Explorer. Play Explorer. Replay this. And I'm actually just going to play this and pass. Mostly because if either of these survive and we're able to, like, pump a land, we can Might Form Harmonizer, sack the other things. Alright. Another Day of Judgment? Or something similar? Elspeth. That's annoying. Alright, sure. You got it. Ooh, Badger Mole Cub. What do you do here? Huh. Opponent only has 3 blockers, though. So if we just... Oh, they would go to 4. Huh. Well, okay. I was just trying to do the math on how much mana we had. We could play 2 lands out of the yard, right? So you start by playing Badger Mole Cub. I'm going to make this quick. We go ahead and turn one of these into a creature. So we have a 1/1 there if we want it. We would then have access to 4. So we could make another land a 2-power creature. Then we could sack both of these to... Actually, 1, 2, 3, and 1. So we could use 1, 2, the land we just got, play a Might Form Harmonizer. Yeah, we're good either way. We're good either way. Because then all we have to do is just turn 1 land into a creature, play Badger Mole Cub, attack. Or actually, we'd have to play Harmonizer, attack, and leave up 1 of these, effectively. So that we could play these lands later out of the yard, or sack these and just pump something that got through. As long as we do a 4, we would have been able to beat the opponent. So yeah, very weird deck. It was kind of a control deck in a weird way. All this removal and everything, and then I'm assuming their only real creatures were the ones we saw in Planeswalkers. That is a very unique deck. Not sure how good it is or bad either way, but very, very cool to see something different in the control space. We're going to keep this, but I think I'm just going to go turn 1 Chocobo, most likely. Unless the lands come up in our hand differently. Okay, well now they did, so we'll do this instead. If I didn't think we were going to be able to play a 3-mana thing on 2, you'd probably just play Chocobo there and then figure out the rest later. But here, I think it's worth it to go ahead and play the Ascension and get things rolling. All right. Whoops. Go ahead and that. Search up a land. All right. That at least puts Greenshell within reach. Oh, there's some white and blue mana. Well, white mana for the moment. Potentially blue. Don't think I've seen anything like this before. This should be a fun game at the very least. Alright, get our counter. Go get a land to play a Greenshell. And then hope we don't die somewhere along the way here. Counter on our land. There you go. So we have, going in the next turn, possibly 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. This is when you, like, scry or surveil. Yeah, it is. You get to draw a card. I've thought about trying to build with this, but everything I put together was so clunky. But maybe there's a world where we play that, like the planetarium or whatever, and could do something interesting. If we play this, we get to use Greenshell. If we do this, then we get nothing extra. Alright. Let's just Greenshell it up here. And we'll go ahead and play this. Since it also triggers Greenshell. Nothing doing. That's unfortunate. Let's go ahead and play that. Get a counter on our only attacker here. Wow. Okay. Well, I guess we just do the thing, right? Goodness. All right, sure. Well, whatever big thing they're going to do, we have to see it this turn, right? Or we just play Harmonizer and just get a bunch of triggers. All right, that's another draw. What is that? Whenever creature you control enters, you surveil. When you attack, yep, sure, that's fine. All right, I mean, those are a bunch of chump blockers, so still got to respect them. All right, so they're going to go up to 18, so they're still alive here. Oh, they tapped a blocker. That's probably not good for them. Yeah, and this is kind of what I saw when I tried building with that deck, is you get a lot of situations like this, where you're doing your thing, but it's so low impact, and I could never come up with a good payoff. Alright, opponent has 3 blockers. So, what if we play this? Let's fetch the first one of these. Actually, cancel that. Let's do this first. Because this gets it to forests. We'll just start splitting stuff up around all the various creatures. And then we'll play this so we get extra. And then we'll just have a bunch of large size attackers. And they'll just hold this other Greenshell, I guess. What am I even... Where am I at on the stack? Okay, I'm still putting +1/+1 counters. Like, we just have so much going on right now. Yep. Harmonizer, double this one. And counter here. And counter here. Now it's time to start growing the small ones. All right, cool. Yeah, all I was doing there is like, this one's now large enough. This one was going to be large enough. We have 2 more triggers still, because we still have to resolve the other one. And then, even if you block the 3 biggest ones, it's like, we'll do enough that, hopefully they're low enough we could just finish them after that. But, probably would have got there anyway. I'll keep it. We're not excited about it. But it's not bad. Oof, I was kind of hoping to draw some other small creature there. That's tough. I mean, because we knew Badger Mole Cub's not going to make it. Yeah, no surprise there. Interestingly, though, they didn't discard anything. Cecil, sure. Do your thing. Okay. We should be able to get to that fairly easily. Then it'll just be, do they have counters or not? You almost want to get to a turn where they tap out for the room or something, and then you get to drop a nursery and can kind of do some stuff. Oh boy, they're about to see our hand. Well, good news. We get to play a nursery next turn. This is probably them going, what the hell do you even take? Harmonizer's scary. The nurseries are scary. Yeah, you got to take one of those. At least you can block stuff with the Harmonizer temporarily. Oh, I thought they might have had a duress there. That would have been strong. Ooh, a Chocobo. That's fun. So I have to play the land to get... Oh, that's tough, actually. So if we want the nursery action, we have to do that now. Yeah, I guess we should. I don't love that that's the option, but we do what we got to do. Especially since we're already holding Earthbender Ascension. If anything here, actually... Yeah, let's... Yeah, let's do this. And I'll probably just play the Chocobo. Though, saving to block with the land is a real option there, because then you trigger your landfall things and, you know. Alright. This is their big turn. And they could still have a counter next turn. Oh, if this is just play your Planeswalker, whatever. Yeah. We're actually not that worried about Kaito here. With us being at 14, that's kind of the least of our worries.
Your secrets didn't stay hidden for long.
Alright, find another land. They did, and they're going to replay the Cecil. That is most excellent, let me tell you. I'm just going to put the counters here. And then we'll just start juicing up the other guys. And then go attacking. Actually, I might as well send them both at Kaito. What are you going to do? Block one? Like, whatever. I love that for us. Then we'll go ahead and get another dude. And pump up the other one that's getting through. And then that comes back, further pumping things. Alright. And if you got a sweeper, this is where you want it. Yeah, that's not going to do much, friend. Man, that's a strong win against Dimir Midrange. Like, just getting creatures that just don't die and you can just block with, like, it's kind of a cheat code in that matchup. Alright, let's go for it. This is really hoping the Llanowar Elf lives. If so, it can set us up pretty well with the Earthbender Ascension. If not, yeesh, this is going to be a bit of a rough ride. All right, at least for now, we get to hold on. Ooh, boy. Drew a Badger Mole Cub. I think we still go for the Earthbender Ascension here. Also would be really rough if the opponent plays like Red Land into Boulder Dash or something, because I've been seeing Momo in a lot of dragon builds, red and white, so would not surprise me. No. Oh, sweet. Oh, they're playing Blue White Flyers deck. I actually never played that on stream, or actually on video even. I had one built, and for whatever reason, just never got around to it. So this is kind of cool. Let's go for it. Oh, I'm a goofball. I could have actually played Badger Mole Cub and the Greenshell there. Right, because that one land wasn't in play. I could have played 2, turned into 1, tap for 2, 4, 5. Yeah, totally could have. Missed opportunity. Greenshell does have reach, as denoted by the bow and arrow. Or as we like to say around here, as denoted by the crossbow, since we can't see the latcher where the compound parts are. All right. Greenshell's going to hold the fort for a second, it looks like. It's not a bad thing. And a healer sock. Wow. If the opponent gets rid of Greenshell, we're going to take so much damage next turn. Oh, Fable Passage. How much do we care about you? Don't know if we care enough. I'm going to play a land and we could bossing, say, the other land and attack. No, I don't hate that. Yeah, let's do that. And then let's go there and attack. I mean, we're basically trading for one creature, but we get the land back, get to put counters on the other land, and we just keep them cycling, if that's what it came down to. Yeah, if the opponent has a removal spell and a flyer, oh my gosh, we'd be one turn from dead. Then again, they wouldn't have any blockers either, so there's that. Oh, Fogbank is a flyer. That's cute. Definitely didn't have Fogbank in any of my lists. I think because it's a defender, you can't really be aggressive with it. However, it does prevent all combat damage, which is nice. Or damage that would be dealt to it. Do you have a way to draw cards? Why would you be playing that? On the down to 2. Yeah, I get what they're doing here, actually. I can respect it. So we take 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That would put us at 6, but we are reducing one of those. Yeah, puts us in a position that we got to find something here. All right. I mean, we could just as well just be dead next turn. Yeah, it looks like we might be. Ooh, boy. What can we do here? And then attack with everything? And then we just lose? Yeah, we really did nothing here. Like, what's the best we could do? Like, play a land, make this guy trample. Yeah, I mean, here's the weird part. Like, we have to attack with Greenshell, but then they just block with the Fogbank. Yeah, I don't think we have a way to win here. Yeah, we're just dead. I mean, might as well attack with those, because whatever. If I'm the opponent, you just don't block here and force me to have something. That's only 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm only showing one more land, which is 12. If it's a giant growth... I mean, you go ahead and block with Fogbank. But if it's a giant growth, I can get to 15. And then it's kind of game. Wow, really, opponent? I mean, if they have a way to get rid of a creature, we still lose here. But... Now, there is a weird thing. Because they have Fog Bank, if we could make something trample, we only have to deal 3 to the Fog Bank, and the rest would trample over. There's another Fog Bank. Alright. Now, if we can find a thing that doubles up the power of our creatures, a Harmonizer, we could still win here. Very ugly scenario, but very possible. Do we... do we risk... I mean, if you can pump something for 1, then, like, so be it. Alright, they couldn't. I was just like, if you have it, you have it. I'm willing to gamble there. I mean, if they don't have removal, I guess another Greenshell is also good. Another land is not good, though. That much I know. So right now, we can get 6 through. They block another one. Yeah, it's just not going to be enough, sadly. Man, we only drew 3 creatures this whole time? That's rough. Yep. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yep. Just 14, actually. Just a little short. Yep. That's a fair way to lose, though. We were both at 1. Their deck did its thing. We failed to draw well. They deserve to win. Alright. No need for you to go through all that, opponent. You're good. Ew. God, this is a tough keep. Oh, man. Okay. I don't even know what I want with this. And this is the reason I almost didn't keep it. Because I'm just sitting there staring like... What's the best thing we could get? Maybe a Badger Mole Cub if the Llanowar Elf lives. You know, like that's fine. Not overly exciting. If we get an untapped lane... I mean, I guess if we get an untapped lane we can use, we could Formidable Speaker for something. Like, I don't even know what something would be. Probably like an Ascension or something. Either way, the elf isn't going to live, so it doesn't really matter. Which, we kind of knew that going into it. So we're not surprised. Oh, I could even go get... It has to be a creature anyway, so you can't get the Ascension. Yeah, sure. Get rid of whatever you want. I was gonna say, I imagine it's going to be an Earth-Tail, Ice-Tail Explorer, but nope. They would rather get rid of something that we could cast immediately, which isn't a bad choice. Oh, there's a Bossing Say. I think we just do this and pass. They don't know we have the Bossing Say. We can start using that to try to get a land going next turn. Sure. Funny thing is, I don't think the opponent even knows. This is just kind of our new plan now. If you want to get rid of a land, get rid of a land. I mean, to their credit, those aren't... I mean, I say that. We do have other stuff those would be able to target. So it is a little aggressive. Unless their plan is to play a bunch of stuff that, like, makes you sacrifice a creature, then us having other things obviously would be bad for them. Let's go here. And they're going to get rid of another land? Of course they are, because they drew all the requiting hexes. I'm going to go ahead and play this because we start charging this up, which is kind of nice. Let's pass. All right, Preacher, you doth have. Do we go for this now is the question. I'd say no. Interesting. Let's pump one of these up. Play a land. Go attacking. I was like, if you don't block, I mean, it's more damage. Sure, I'm in. I mean, might as well go for it. All right. I mean, we got a fairly slow hand playing against a bunch of removals, so kind of only can do what you can do here. Yep. And there was a strategic betrayal, so that's probably why they didn't want us to have these lands in play, which makes sense. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If we're gonna land, we'd have 8, so we could play this search, play this guy. It's all very reasonable. Have to assume you have some amount of removal here, though, right? So we just do this. I mean, I don't think we have a clear path to winning here, but kind of just doing what we can do under the circumstances. All right. Really, the Greenshell being the graveyard is a bit of a problem now. We would have liked to have had that. Gonna get rid of our Bossing Say. No, they're just gonna draw here. Interesting. So they didn't have removal, or they would have just played it. Or they have removal that doesn't get rid of bigger creatures, which is also possible. Yeah, not blocking. I mean, if you have the answer, you have an answer. If you're going to sweep the board, you're going to do the same. Go to 7. That's fine. Do what you will. All right, opponent, what's your action here? They're doing a lot of thinking. Some of that's going to be edited out because not a lot's happening, but they want to strategic betrayal. Yeah, sure. This guy can go. I mean, we don't have a graveyard anyway. So it's kind of like, fine. Demolition Field. That gets interesting, doesn't it? And then we're in a situation we could field a field, which is kind of fun. I mean, we just attack. If they have instant speed removal, they win. If they don't, we win, I guess. Let's see. On target creature you control, it gains trample. Sure. Let's target your demolition field to make them commit to using it, which just gives us more triggers to win the game here. If they tap out to use that, yeah, they can't win. Wow. Wow. Yeah, what I was looking at there is you go ahead and target their demolition field. If they tap out to do it, they're not going to be able to kill a thing, and then the trample plus double damage kills them. But also, if they use their demolition field, we get to trigger the Martform Harmonizer again, and then both of these would have been huge, and there's nothing they can do. So Somehow, in a game where it felt really slow against all the removal stuff, which look at what we dealt with. They got rid of 2 of our quality cards. They killed 3 creatures. Strategic Betrayal got rid of our graveyard twice. And we just won by just straight up regular attacking. Nothing special, no badger moles, no nothing. Just did it the hard way. Alright, well, this looks like standard landfall draw. We'll see how it goes, though. Ooh, this would be an interesting decision for the opponents. Do you get rid of Badger Mole or do you get rid of Bristly Bill? Okay, they had a Spell Snare. Good call. Because, like, that's the way to deal with that. Okay, well that means they need to use that mana or they wouldn't have done that, right? So let's go ahead and play another Bristly Bill. Or another 2 mana thing that they can also Spell Snare, if they so choose. I'll let you flash something in. Nope, they didn't have it. Oh, so they did have something. There was a thing over there. Alright. So, oh. Nah, let's just do this. Tashana's Tidebinder. Sure, you got it. Do your thing. And then I think we'll go ahead and use this anyway. And then play a Chocobo. And play another Fable Passage. Did Arena get stuck? I have some landfall triggers, Arena. What's happening? Okay, there it goes. Like, it was just like a weird pause. I don't know why. It just did. I'm going to do this now just to put stuff out of range of random stabs and whatnot that people are playing. Alright. I mean, we might as well attack with it, right? I mean, they're already going to be losing some life to their own stuff, so if we can get that in there, great. Kind of surprised it didn't block with the Tidebinder, honestly. But it's all good. Sure. I mean, the good news is they are technically trading 1 life for however much they end up blocking. So that kind of makes sense. However, though, we just have a bunch of land here. So here's what we're going to do. Let's turn one of these into a 2/2. Because that just makes sense. And then let's play this. Just mill over all the good stuff in our graveyard at this point. And go attacking, I think. And we'll probably just live the rest of this game on bossing saves. And they're just going to take the rest, huh? Alright. Go to 5 to their own Bitter Bloom Bear. Oh, go to 4. Alright. Bold move, Cotton. Go to 3. Actually, no, go to 2. Because they took a damage from their land. Okay. We're not even close to dying here. So, I mean, I guess they're going to sweep the board. Oh, I mean, I guess you could draw a bunch of cards? Like, I don't know. All right, you pick up one of them. I mean, you could bounce your own Bitter Bloom Bears, and you won't die. I imagine you have to draw cards and try to kill your own creature here, right? Like, that has to be their main out.
Now I know your
Because otherwise, it's just bad. Because you just die during your upkeep. Sure. I'm like, I don't understand. like, I'm like, all right, turn another one of these into a dude, I guess. Yeah, we'll attack, I suppose. I mean, this is just the weirdest scenario to be in. Like, everything's got a block. And then they go to 1, and then they just die to their own thing? Okay, that's one way for this to go. Yeah, okay, cool. What's funny is I predicted at some point we were going to win a game because the opponent died to their own Bitterbloom Bearer, and I fortunately got to catch it on camera. Alright, I wanted to get some bonus footage in here for you guys and gals. Yeah, it says Death Touch. We're just not going to block. So the goal here is to try to show y'all the Greenshell situation, because for whatever reason, I was winning a lot of games, and I had to just, like, keep conceding as I was winning, because, like, I just wanted to get to this. But, yeah, I wanted to show y'all this in action, at least, so y'all understood what we were talking about. So, hopefully, this triggers as it should. We get a 3/4, which triggers the Greenshell, which then gets a land, which triggers the Greenshell. And you kind of see where this is going now. That also triggers the Greenshell, which does get us a land, which then lets us put counters, and we do all this all over again. All right. So yeah, you can see how you can make a lot of bodies here, especially if you have double Greenshell or double Nursery, and just one of the other things is actually pretty strong. All right. And that at least brings things to a close temporarily. No attacks. We will try to do a big attack next turn. So yeah, you get some bonus footage in this video, I guess. Just so we could show off the thing. Pono is playing Death Touch Green, which is very amusing. Yeah, sure, do your thing. We do not mind one bit, opponent. Yeah, you got it. I'll take... Actually, I'll just chump block with one of these. It doesn't really matter. Like, we don't need to put... I mean, all of these sacrifice to get more things. So we're kind of just like, whatever. Play this. Play this. Do I want to play this as well? Let's see. It's a demolition field. So we get 2 free sacks and 1 we pay 1 for. Yeah, we're probably willing to attack here. Let's go. This. Do I need to attack with more? One's at 33. Because they're gaining life with the Predator Ooze. Yeah, sure. That's probably good enough. Any other blocks you would like, opponent? Sure. Alright. Let's go ahead and do this at least once so that we get the 4/4 gone here. Oh, I get to put a bonus counter, so I guess I could make this trample. Sure. Actually, this is going to be even more than I thought. Use this to sacrifice. Which occasionally you can use it to get like a chocobo through or something, which is cute. Put that over there. Let's go ahead and sack this one. I guess I should sack this to get rid of their bossing, say. I'm just making this as much damage as possible here. Get in what we can. And then, yeah, might as well sack this too. Turn one of these into a 4/5. Oh, I've not even been paying attention to all the triggers we're getting on the chocobos. This is silly. All right. That seems good. All right. Do what you will, opponent. We have way more than enough here. Yeah, opponent literally just playing Death Touch green. Like, every creature we've seen this game has Death Touch. I mean, attack, sure. Gain some life, why not? You do get 2 cards. Maybe you get a fight spell, gain extra life. Yeah, I'll just block with this, dude. Doesn't really matter here. Go to 22. You can fight something, go up to 30. That's not going to quite be it, opponent. Oh, well, this is cute. Yeah, sure. Why not? Just because we can. Makes some of the bigger things trample. Yep, that'll do it. Yeah, I have to admit, this deck's actually pretty interesting. You know, when we're looking at it from the perspective of what are landfall decks able to do, this is a good mix of cards from kind of across standard, right? There's Final Fantasy, there's Thunder Junction, Avatar stuff, you know, stuff from Lorwyn, Edge of Eternities. Like, we just have a little bit of everything, you know, Bloomburrow. So this is pretty cool. This is a deck that kind of only can exist in this type of standard, which is very cool. But yeah, I mean, the Greenshell Nursery thing is really cool. You can still just win from big creature with Ascension. Bossing Say is still good. So it's a pretty resilient deck. You got to see us play it against a variety of things. It's a little tricky. I will say you do have to get used to the timing on some cards and the order of playing stuff and what's going to be in your graveyard or not. Like, there's a lot of things there. And even knowing what you want to search for win with a couple of formidable speakers matters. But this was a fun list. I don't think I would change too much in it, truthfully. Obviously, graveyard stuff could be a problem, main deck. But, you got to pick your battles, right? List will be over on Moxfield, though, if you want to check it out. I think it's pretty sweet. If you're looking for a different way to play Landfall, give this one a go. That's all of you for now. We'll see you next time.